Okay, look, I'm not one to talk about things so blatantly, but this is pissing me off. You know the book series called FLAT STANLEY by, I forgot the name, I think Green, his name is Green, he has a name, Green in his last name. Mr. Green wrote a book called FLAT STANLEY. This kid got flattened by a bulletin board. I didn't even know if it was a bulletin board or a headboard or whatever, but he got flattened by it. He got flattened like Batman in a boatmobile. I don't know what the heck to tell you. It's not even a boatmobile, it's a Batmobile. Robin got flattened by a Batmobile and that Jingle Bells Batman smells. No, loose joke. I don't care. I got my freaking songs mixed up. What I'm trying to say is, how can a kid like Flat Stanley, who's said to be 10 years old, get neck dissed by a freaking simple bulletin board? I don't know how that's possible. The parents should be blamed. But then again, there's a child getting flattened by a freaking bulletin. First of all, shouldn't the parents be concerned about their child essentially being flattened by a freaking bulletin board and not being, oh, well, our son's disabled now? Come to think of it, I'm, seriously concerned. I have more questions than answers. You mean to tell me this kid is flattened like paper? You can fold him like origami style. You talk about all the various things he could do to this child, such as fold him, turn him into a paper plane. You turn him into a paper plane. You don't have to pay classes or prices to go to places. You could just essentially fold him up, put him in a freaking, a fucking envelope, and send him to whatever location you want. For starters, he's flattened. Does that mean he doesn't have any bowel movement? What is wrong with this kid? You mean to tell me he doesn't need food to sustain himself? This kid's flattened. Where is his organs? Does his organs magically disappear? Does he not have organs? I'm freaking confused. This story doesn't make sense. And before you yell at me stating that I'm adding logic to a kid's cartoon or a kid's book, what else do I have to do? I'm critiquing a book that I did not look at, for starters, closely now. And I didn't even think about the bulletin board flattening Stanley when I had a bulletin board in my room. Yeah, I have a bulletin board above it's a blank bulletin board I plan on filling with images of Cell from Dragon Ball Z because I'm currently going on that side tangent. But do you realize how stupid it is? You mean to tell me these parents thought it was a good idea to place the bulletin board above his bed? It doesn't matter if they moved to a different location or a different house and they wanted to see something. You could easily put it above a different wall so you can imagine it. You could what's the point of putting something above your bed? You can't even address it. You can't even appreciate it. It's like taxes. You just put it there and you don't appreciate it. How can you appreciate a bulletin board if it's above your bed? And, you know what's funny? This scared me from bulletin boards because he flattened it. It had the same effect as the movie Jawbreakers did to me as a kid. Because, you know dang well when you don't want to know why I was scared of the movie Jawbreakers. It was because these people thought it would be a good idea to prank their best friend by essentially kidnapping her or something. It's not like Pretty Little Liars when they did it, but it's essentially Pretty Little Lied her. They basically kidnapped her at her birthday or something. Can't remember specifics, but the only memory thing I did was essentially they decided to choke her, cover her mouth with the Jawbreaker until she choked on it. They freaked out because they assumed that she died. Throwed her in a ditch. And the thing is, it's like I Know What You Did Last Summer / Pretty Little Liars type of content. And I was scared of Jawbreakers. Anytime my sister brought home a Jawbreaker, I don't know if it was intentional or not, I still think it was intentionally to traumatize me. I threw that crap away, because I did not like Jawbreakers. So essentially, now I'm bringing up childhood trauma alongside a bulletin board. I have a bulletin board, like I said. It's blank, but I'm not putting that crap above my headboard. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, flatten me like Stanley Park's lamb chop. Speaking of which, whenever I read the book series, I just think about lamb chops and get hungry. I love lamb chops. I love pork chops. I love all pork, But yeah, he's stupid. The parents are stupidly negligent for doing this, and I hope these parents actually get charged for the negligence. But then again, I'm probably too harsh on this book series. Because essentially, I think it's an allegory for people with disabilities. Before you ask me how, well, you see, Stanley is a piece of, he's flattened. And what else does it, generally speaking, what else do you think happens to children at that age? There's, the only closest thing, people say he's a icon for autism, I think he's an icon for paralyzed children. I generally think so. Because think of it, there's the allegories is there. Stanley was hit by something that essentially disabled him. Something that disables you at a young age, or disables you in general, is a car accident. That bulletin board was essentially a car accident that hit Stanley too badly. And the thing is, I don't know how to allegorize how he fell asleep one night and it happened. I think he was running in the street and he got hit by a car. So he was flattened, which means he's disabled. He's unable to actually do anything. But here's the thing. Stanley is flattened, yes, but he's able to be sent places. The whole mailing Stanley thing is an allegory for wheelchairing a paralyzed person down, I think. Like, imagine, you're mailing him to destinations around the world, across the world. So essentially, you're wheeling a disabled person. Maybe that's what we were talking about. It wasn't because he has autism. No, he was paralyzed and we need to help him. I'm not saying this to be degrading. I'm saying this with the bottom of my heart. He's paralyzed. I just freaking cracked the code. But then again, it doesn't make sense. If that was not what is going, then why on God's blue earth is he serious? I'm still mad. I am adding logic to a kid's book, which I should be adding logic to the Judy Blume series that she's written. But I don't add logic to that because that doesn't matter. I should be adding logic to Captain Underpants too, but I don't care about Captain Underpants. I care about a kid getting flattened. How can you get flattened like a pancake? I mean, yeah, I should have also added logic to Grandma getting ran over by a reindeer, but this isn't about Grandma. It's about, honestly, I don't understand. Probably will never understand. I'm probably never going to get the answers that I'm asking because probably no one cares about this book series since it's been around for years and no one really questioned it until I did now. And I hope that if you know this book series, you just came across this video and you're all of a sudden saying, oh my god, Orion, what are you talking about? I'm talking about Flat frickin' Stanley, who is essentially flattened like a pancake. He theoretically shouldn't be alive if that's the case. But then again, I've seen more freak shows actually surviving accidents and having half a brain than surviving it than usual. So, yeah, if you want my honest opinion, Flat Stanley is schizophrenic, and I don't know what happened to him, and I think he's dead. And his parents are coping by basically drawing him as a paper cutout, because they killed him they killed him essentially. I don't know, I'm not gonna say it. They made him into fish paste essentially, and they used the fucking bulletin board to hide the fact that they killed his son. So now they live in Delululand while their children got taken away by the CPS. And now, yeah, that's how Flat Stanley was made. He was killed, and that's my explanation. Have a nice day, and I'll eat chocolate chip cupcakes. See you later.